Hello and welcome to Mammon Podcast. Mike and Mike on Mike, a top 5 podcast where two Mikes talk about their top 5 things. This week, trying to be topical, we're talking about our top 5 E3 reveals. How did you find this one, Mike?
Quite difficult, because you know what? I don't think this E3 was that great, personally. I don't feel there was many amazing games that were announced.
No, but I feel like... Is this the second year that PlayStation haven't gone to E3?
Yeah, it might be even more than that. I literally even hashtagged Where's Sony?
Yeah, and then obviously Nintendo, for the last few years, started doing their own mini-directs.
Yeah, with the Treehouse.
So, exactly, and EA have their own one now, and it's basically a bit of an Xbox event, and even them, I feel like, spread it out across the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're totally right. It was, I think, underwhelming when you take into account it's E3.
Mm-hmm.
But if you took away the E3 label, then there were some pretty cool games.
Yes, I agree with that. I think it just needs to, once COVID's over, get back to being a sort of big expo that people can go to and enjoy, because then they'll get the reactions that they're wanting from revealing these games.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a bit political. I've heard there's some real issues with E3 as like an organiser.
Oh, really?
Which is maybe why some games companies there. Yeah, I feel like I have that distinct, someone distant back of my brain that I remember reading or watching a video about it somewhere.
Didn't know that.
So there you go.
How's your week been?
Yeah, good, I think. I've been enjoying the weather.
Yeah, football heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I've had loads of work on, so I've not watched as many games as I'd want to. But yeah, the England game was good.
Yeah.
I spent an hour before kick-off just talking about how shit Southgate is and what a crazy selection he's made. And then being like, we're going to fucking win the Euros.
we to be fair, we did dominate the game. It should have been a higher score. We should have won by a high margin, that's for sure.
I can't remember at any point really being worried.
No, that's what I was saying to my mates at work. I
can't think of a chance really they had.
My mate at work, Andrew, said it was a boring game in some respects, but it was good because we just dominated the midfield and we didn't really have that many. They didn't have that many opportunities on goal. That's
it. I mean, if Calvin Phillips carries on playing this way, I'm going to call my first child Calvin, boy or girl, because what an absolute masterclass in central midfield.
I've sort of caught a few snippets of a few games, and the other day we started watching. It was I can't remember who it is again actually, but it was Austria against someone. Begins with M.
North Macedonia.
Macedonia, that's it. Yeah, it was Austria against Macedonia. At the time, it was 1-1 when I stopped watching, and then I put on Friday night dinner. And then Lauren come in. She's not a big fan of the show, so I switched off. And Austria were winning 3-1 at that point.
I mean, for fuck's sake.
Well, I was also I couldn't remember, just as I just did, who it was that they're playing against. I was changing the baby at the time, so I couldn't see the screen. So I said, "Oh, who are they playing against, Lauren?" And without a beat, she goes Madrid. In her defence, she very, very quickly realised what she did wrong and why Madrid couldn't possibly be playing in the tournament. But yeah, it was just how sure she was about saying that. She's like, "Oh, they're playing against Madrid."
Yes, they've become an independent country now.
It reminds me
Barcelona tried to do, didn't they?
Did they actually?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they technically still, there's like a little civil war thing, wasn't there? Not that long ago, I feel like.
There you go. I didn't know that. I'm shit at geography and history.
Spanish politics.
I'm actually quite glad that Lauren's just as awful at me at geography, because it sort of takes the slack off me. Because especially when it comes to
you on geography.
Yeah, do it. My dad's he used to do to shame us, when my sister was growing up, he'd put on quizzes about what country are these sort of thing on the internet, and my sister, being 10 years younger than us, would always beat me and my brother.
Oh god.
It was always she was 2 at the time. No. she was probably about 10 and was 18, 20 respectively. And yeah, just not getting anything.
Oh.
So yeah, shit at geography, but it's fine.
Well, other than full start. Other than I'm just looking at something there on the screen.
Was it a full stop?
Yeah, it was. Other than football, something else that's happened about a week is we decided to spend £500 on a Dyson fan.
Oh yeah.
We thought it would change our lives.
Has it?
It is shitter than our £20 3-year-old Asda one, and we're sending it back.
Is it actually?
So, honestly, it makes it awful.
Because I've been debating buying one for Lauren as a little treat.
Yeah, well, we thought that it was going to be literally almost, obviously not as good as aircon, but way better than a fan. It'd cool the room down loads.
Yeah.
And it is a terrible fan, but then their argument on all of them is that they're actually purifiers. That's their main function.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I don't want that though. I just want to be
I
fucking
just
cold
want to be
when it's hot.
cold. It's so hot. Putting the baby down just a minute ago, 25 degrees in the bedroom.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
fucking hot.
So,
But I'm celebrating. First time podcast. I'm drinking.
oh,
I've got a
In
cheeky
fact,
little rum and coke.
I'm going to go get a beer. I've got one cold beer left in the fridge, and I actually think that's going to be perfect. So
Do it.
hold your horses.
We'll be back in a minute.
I hope you keep the whole live pause in. I have returned.
He has returned, the saviour of the podcast.
Hold on.
Lovely.
Delicious. So yeah, Dyson fans of wank. Save your money, guys.
All right. Good plug there. Good plug.
Oh wait, shit, yeah. Unless Dyson wants to sponsor us, in which case...
James Dyson, we're here.
Fucking pay your tax, you dick.
He is I'm not going to say the word, but he is one of those.
No, say it. Say it. Has anyone dropped a C-bomb yet on this?
I have, and I've had to bleep it out. Well, I didn't have to.
Was it pretty early?
Yeah, no, it wasn't actually. It was a few weeks ago. What was I talking about? That was it. It was in top 5 adult animated TV shows. One of the characters in the show that I'm talking about drops it, and I put it in to begin with. I was like, oh no, it just feels too bad to keep in. Like, even though, did you know, if you call someone a Burke, it's my favourite fact ever. If you call someone a Burke, it's quite a tame sort of insult, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Burke is actually Cockney rhyming slang. It's actually Berkshire Hunt.
Oh, so it actually means the same thing.
Yeah, so if you're calling someone a Burke, you're actually calling someone one of those see you next Tuesdays.
Well, I actually got called a today at work by a child.
Oh, he's just dropping it in.
Well, I'm hoping you bleep it. But enough so that you can still tell what I've said. But no, this kid was leaving after revision tonight, and he was like, see you next Tuesday, sir. And I was like, I really hope that was an accident.
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
I think it probably was.
But it always makes me laugh.
Yeah. Because is he seeing you on Tuesday? If
He
he's seeing you
so
on Wednesday, then...
Yeah. Yeah. And then he is just calling at me.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Right, should we crack on with the list?
Yeah, I just had a question for you before.
Me?
Yes.
Not for Dave?
No. You said that like you'd turn around talking to a Dave in the room.
You know, I legitimately did turn to my printer, which is beside me, and point to it.
Which will forever be called Dave from now on.
Dave the printer.
My printer's called HP LaserJet Pro M12W, so not as cool as Dave.
Really, mine should be called Kermit, because it's actually the HP MV, green with MV, Kermit.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything quick enough to make a joke. Nope, I'll have to pass. You win 1-0. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Your printer humour is the winner today.
On board.
I was trying to think of a good segue. Fuck, printers apparently my kryptonite for segues.
Mate, everything's your segue for segue. Everything's your kryptonite for segues.
I know.
You say this every week. You're like, oh, I'm trying to think of a good segue. You can never think of a good segue.
And if I do, I start by going, hey, I've got a really good segue or something.
Yeah, you just, and then everyone's like, no, that was shit. You had a question?
Yes, a genuine question. Do you have a first or biggest memory of an E3 before this one? Is there any that really stand out for you?
Oh, that's a question which I'm going to have to probably pause to have a look at to see if there's any that come to mind.
Do you want me to go whilst you're waiting?
Yeah.
I vividly, super vividly remember, because I was just so excited, the E3 after the Xbox and PlayStation was announced. The Xbox One and PlayStation 4, I should clarify. Yeah, there was just so much controversy around it. With the Xbox, just absolutely shit in the bed with their reveal.
What did they do?
Ironically, it's exactly, they sort of were right, but gamers just didn't want to hear it. So they're releasing this new console, and the whole focus was that it's not a gaming console.
It was more
a
media.
Yeah, exactly. It was meant to be the whole shebang, wasn't it? So it's meant to be your DVD player, your music player, your streaming service, the whole lot. I think you could even connect Sky TV and the version, the American versions.
Yeah.
So you could even watch TV through. So it was meant to be like your media console, so to speak. Which for a lot of people, that's what consoles have become, haven't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't really start you first, here's our new console, and not talk about games. Whereas PlayStation just went games. And I think they also tried to. I think they also tried to say that you could only turn it on if you had Wi-Fi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which then pissed off a load of people in like the armed forces who take their Xboxes abroad and obviously don't have Wi-Fi signal over there. And then what else did they do? You weren't allowed to share games.
Yeah.
So I always remember PlayStation doing this thing where this is how you show game PlayStation. They just passed them so clever.
You know what? I do actually remember this announcement, and I agree. It is probably one of the best ones because it was like sort of the big hype on which one was going to be better, wasn't it?
Yeah, and PlayStation 3 definitely. Wait, yeah, PlayStation. Did I say PlayStation 4? That must have been PlayStation 3 and Xbox One.
Yeah. No, PS4 and Xbox One.
No, it was the PS4, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, PS4 and Xbox One. Yeah. No, that's actually probably one that I remember as well. So I agree with that.
Any others, or
No, there's looking through them. There's none that sort of come out in my mind. I just watch the trailers. I don't watch much else. But you're saying about sort of how PlayStation, like sort of this is the game, this is the game, this is the game. That's what the biggest controversy about this year has been, hasn't it? Nintendo pretty much did that. This is the game. This is about it. This is the next game. This is about it. This is the game. Whereas, or they didn't actually do that. I think they showed trailers and then told you a bit about it afterwards. But a lot of them showed a trailer for a game and then talked about 40 minutes about the tech behind it. It's like, yeah, people didn't want that. And I think it was, I can't remember who it was now. It's the same people who did, again, gonna bug me. I think they did a game called Two Brothers. By the way, Take-Two Media.
Yeah.
They did a whole hour and a half press conference on racial diversity in video games instead of actually revealing anything.
I think it's cool and I think it's important, but I think sometimes it's where you place these things, isn't it?
Yeah. I've just squashed a moth in my hand by mistake.
Oh my god, you serial killer.
Well, there was something on the table.
This is how it starts, listeners. Small creatures we build up.
There was something across the table. I wasn't sure what it was, and I just slapped my hand
I
out.
just thought, I'll kill it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
You're like those people who used to go colonise things. And I
thought it was like a bit of debris twig or something. And then just completely squashed it with my thumb.
Thank God you didn't kill your child first time you saw it. I just saw something new and just slapped it with my hand.
With that, let's move on. My killing spree's over.
Let's go straight into, away from Michael's a serial killer, to our first choice, number 5.
Right, my number 5. Right, looking at my list right now, there's not much distinction between any of my 5 to 2 choices. I put them in this order because I'd say, even looking at it now, I'm sort of umming and ahhing, and I want to change them all about. So it's not a massively top 5 for me. It's a top 1 plus 4 others that I really enjoyed. Okay, so my number 5, ironically, is a game that you actually talked about just before we came on, saying you hadn't watched the trailers, so I'd suggest in a second you do, and it's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, I saw a lot of hype on Twitter, but didn't actually. I don't know why. I've just not gone around to watching the trailer. It's the oddest thing. So
obviously, when Spider-Man came out, in top 5 games, I said it was my favourite game of all time. And then Marvel's Avengers came out. I didn't actually buy it myself. Just reviews put me off, and I decided against it. It didn't interest me as much as Spider-Man did. But this, I'm so torn between, because if it's the level of Spider-Man good, amazing. If it's the level of Marvel Avengers good, not as much. But from the trailer, it looks good, and they seem to have taken a lot of inspiration from the movie versions. So the characters are designed more, I'd say, by the comics. But in terms of its tone and its humour, 80s aesthetic, it's even on the official website, it talks about the all-star 80s soundtrack. When the Guardians have their backs against the wall, there's nothing more likely to make them come out swinging than a sweet mixtape of Star-Lord's 80s favourites. So it's even got songs by Iron Maiden, Kiss, New Kids on the Block, Rick Astley on there. So it sounds quite intriguing. But as with all 3 games, there's not a huge amount to go on yet.
Do you know, your knowledge of the comics is much better than mine, with like Marvel and DC and stuff. Was this sort of music, 80s music thing, or whatever, was that a big part of the comic book, or was that just for the film?
As far as I'm aware, no, but Guardians of the Galaxy is one that I genuinely didn't have a lot of knowledge about, and I still don't, apart from the films.
So it might be interesting just to explore them more in this as well, actually.
Yeah. So it's got the classic team. You got Drax, Gamora, Star-Lord, Groot, and Rocket. Rocket looks odd. He's got. I know there's a name for it, but he's got one of those long goatees, and it's got a little sort of bead at the bottom tying it together.
I don't know the name for
Either way, the douchebag look.
that. Yes, I can picture it.
Either way, they all look roughly the same as like a mix between their comic book counterparts and their film counterparts. But yeah, I just think it'll be really awesome. I think it looks like it's going to be fun, which is, in my opinion, what makes a game. It's got to be fun.
Yeah, and I don't think there's enough games that do that.
Yeah.
You know, in all seriousness, I think some of them are trying to be too much what they think gamers want.
Yeah.
And there's not enough, I don't know, originality from the creators, so that'd be great if it's just people who are super passionate about Guardians and just want to make a great game. It's not to focus on the film.
Which, you know what,
like,
I think that's what Spider-Man did right. Because have you played Spider-Man yet?
Only about 20 minutes.
But do you agree, in terms of like the story so far, they're passionate about the character and they know about the character?
Yeah, and I mean, I know that I'm being like a knob. I don't know why. Like, it even started off really interesting. Like, you're at like not a bank robbery, but some like buildings being hijacked or something. Like, it puts you in the thick of the action
from the off. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know why I wasn't super engaged straight away.
No, because it is a fantastic game. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, my number 5 choice. Super excited about. It's coming out, for those who are listening and intrigued about that, 26th October this year. So actually very soon, considering it wasn't expected. And it's coming out on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, PC, and it's also coming to the Switch via cloud.
Nice.
Because obviously the Switch hasn't got the capabilities for this sort of game, but it does over the internet.
Lovely.
Yeah. Right, I say you're number 5.
I'm going for an Xbox exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I thought graphically, don't get me wrong, I'm not a graphics snob. I'd much rather have a good story and good gameplay. But I also think when you're getting the technology to where it is now, I just can't understand how some games look so bad on the new. Yeah, like when the new Halo got announced last year, and then they delayed it because it just looked so fucking dreadful.
What, Infinite?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise they delayed it because I saw the trailer for this year's.
Yeah, it was meant to come out with the launch of the console. So
okay.
But they delayed it because it just looks so poor.
I did see an image showing
backlash.
like the difference between the guns from the previous reveal and this reveal, and it does look a lot better.
I don't know, I don't get it. So yeah, so that drew me in, and the concept's cool because I love fantasy, and it's called Redfall.
So this is my swish. This is also my number 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
This was so close to my number 4, but the more I read about my number 5, pushed it up to number 4.
Okay. But yeah, no, I agree. This looks really well. It's your number 5, my number 4. Tell me a bit about it and what intrigued it about you.
So the concept of this idea of the sun's died or stopped coming up, so it's basically night all the time, and therefore it's humans versus vampires.
A legion of vampires have blocked out the sun.
There you go. So I love that straight away. That's like atmospheric and creepy. I just think that's a cool twist on the vampire story. Like, I know like they've had it with like 30 Days of Night, but I like this idea that they've permanently got rid of it. I think obviously it's gone for the classic. You're a modern game, you have to be open world apparently for some reason now.
Which I'm not against. I love an open world game.
I love it, but I feel like some games probably don't need to be it and actually end up being a worse game because they've gone for size, quantity rather quality.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Sometimes if it's quite a boring open world, then it's shit.
But I think in this case, hopefully, it's going to be cool because you've got to run and hide. That's the idea I hope for, anyway. And I love that it's co-op. There's a big push on it being co-op in the advertising, and there's not enough. We've talked about it before, haven't we? There's not enough co-op games anymore.
No.
So I'm excited.
No, I agree. What I quite like is about the vampires. They're created by a scientific experiment gone wrong, and they all have different abilities, but they're also evolving as well. So one of the vampires we saw, it has got a name. I've not since been able to find the article, since literally within the space of half an hour I lost the article. I was reading about it. But the vampire that, had the sort of hook that it sort of dragged someone away with.
Yeah.
Apparently that's to sort of get people who are teamed up together on their own so it can attack them on their own, which I quite like the idea of. But yeah, I'm really intrigued. My favourite part of the trailer is the telekinesis reload of the shotgun.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. So one of the characters whose name is, I've got all the names written down here, Layla Ellison, had she's apparently doesn't tell people what happened, but it was a scientific experiment that went wrong, in which she got telekinesis at the end after she blacked out. But everyone else seems quite grounded in their characters, but she's got telekinesis for some reason. But yeah, I really like the idea of this game. They didn't show any gameplay, but the graphics from the trailer looked amazing.
Yeah, and I know sometimes it's cinematic, but certain shots I've seen look like they would be close to the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because some of them are so polished that it obviously is a cinematic, but I've seen other pictures where I'm like, well, that's clearly in-game graphics.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
At least I think it will be. Maybe I'll look like a piece of shit in a year's time and it won't be, but yeah, I think it's going to look great. I was
going to say, talking about this, it does remind me a little bit though, where trailer's fantastic at this cinematic trailer, and then you can be a little bit burned. Dead Island.
Yeah.
Do you remember the trailer for Dead Island? One of the best trailers ever produced.
Yeah.
But then the game's so.
I don't think I even picked up the negative reviews for it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Anyway.
Average.
Yeah, average reviews.
Last thing I want to say about it, I guess it's more about Xbox than it is about Redfall. Well, it's an Xbox exclusive, so I can't not. I'm not a fanboy at all. If you like your Switch, your PC, your Xbox, PlayStation, do it. You know, if you like your mobile gaming, there's no judgment here. Like I said, I've told you the sickening amount of hours I've put on Football Manager, so I can't criticise or judge anyone. Which is essentially a fucking spreadsheet. But I love that all their games come out on Games Pass. Games Pass has got to be one of the best. Like, I can't understand how they're making money. Well, in fact, they probably not. I don't get it. It must be to sell hardware. It's the only thing I can think of. But
it'll be like me with PlayStation Plus membership, though. I don't actually play on the PlayStation Plus, but I keep it.
Yeah, but that you get 2 free games a month. There's like 100 games on there, and brand new games get released day one. It's crazy how good it is.
Yeah, so it's coming in summer 22 and day one exclusive on Xbox Games Pass. It's also coming out on PC, by the way. It's not exclusive just to the Xbox.
Well, exclusive to
console,
the Microsoft
Xbox.
Network.
Yes. Which is what I was so worried about when Bethesda announced that Xbox had brought them. Because I love a good old Bethesda game.
Yep.
Doom, Fallout, Skyrim, well, Elder Scrolls, should I say. All my favourites, so it does upset me a little bit that it doesn't upset me. It just means I've got to get an Xbox.
Yeah, but I think you could. I think for a casual gamer, and like for me, who doesn't, I love to play a game, but I can never put the hours in anymore, really, unless it's like my favourite game ever.
Agreed.
So I often find that I'll play it for a week a lot and then never play it again.
Yeah.
Or smash it for a weekend and never play it again, whatever. So I really like the idea. I've got the PS4 at the moment. I was going to get the PS5 at first, mostly for the controller. But I think I'll get the Xbox just because I'll get Games Pass.
No, I'm the same.
I'm not wasting money. You know, I can buy a game, get a game, download it, play it for a week, and then never play it again and not feel guilty because I've not paid 50 quid for it.
And if you don't pick up your console for a couple of months, then you can just not subscribe for the Game Pass for a little bit.
Exactly, yeah.
No, I'm thinking the same. No, great shout though with the game, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going.
Nice one. So let's
see your number 4 again then.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, so that's my number 4, I think will be your number 1, so I'm not going to get too excited. I'm not going to build it up. I'm just going to say it so you can bleep it and go, yeah, that's my number 1. Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
That's my number 3.
Oh, okay, that's perfect.
So we're just bouncing off each other here. I feel like my swishes aren't going to be in the right places this time. Because normally I would bleep them, but it's because they're apart, so we may as well just continue on. Shall I talk about this one?
Yeah, go for it.
So Tiny Tina's Wonderland might not sound like when I saw. So I went on Reddit to find all of these because they had a big list of like a spreadsheet of all the games and all the trailers. That's and cool. What consoles there's coming for. So I just literally was clicking on the trailers, going through all the games. When I saw this, I thought it was going to be a shitty. Well, I say shitty. It was going to be a little arcade type game, and nothing that great. And then the trailer, like, showed, what was it? Just like a big dragon attacking like a guy in slow motion. I think it was, and it was in this cell shaded, stylized look, which I quite like. Where bring back the 2000s cell shaded. That's what I say. But it really intrigued me, and then it flashed up onto the screen. The Andy Samberg was voicing a character, Wanda Sykes, Will Arnett, and then alongside Ashley Birch, who I didn't know who it was, returning as Tiny Tina, like returning. So then I decided I was really intrigued about this, and my rule was I was only going to watch the trailers to pick my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the trailers. If they intrigued me, it was on my list, and then I had to go find out about them. So Tiny Tina straight to the top of my list because I was actually really interested in it. And then I found out it was a Borderlands spin-off. And
well, that's interesting. I knew it's by the same creators. I didn't know that Tiny Tina or anything was linked between them.
yeah, it's a proper spin-off. Apparently, it was some DLC for from Borderlands 2 called Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. But it basically seems like a Dungeons and Dragons type thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, well,
because she talks about rolling for initiative.
I've got all the Borderlands, but I've not played them.
You're the exact same as me then.
But from what I've heard, is it a gun looter? So the idea is you keep fighting, and then things drop better guns. You pick them up, and they're like procedurally generated. So you'll get random guns that are only in your game or something like that.
So this one's described as a fantasy looter shooter. So basically a similar thing.
It sounds quite cool.
Yeah, no, I'm really intrigued about it. Don't know too much more than that. Apparently there's going to be a character creator, so you get to create your character in a Dungeons and Dragons sort of style. Well, an RPG style, I suppose. But yeah, they've not announced anything about the story or anything, apart from that there's a Dragon Lord that you've got to defeat, and that's being played by Will Arnett.
That's cool.
Oh, they've actually announced each character. Andy Samberg creates a character called Valentine, who's described as a headstrong captain, while Wanda Sykes voices the rule-obsessed robot Fret. And then Dragon Lords that players are sent out to defeat is played by Will Arnett. And apparently Butt Stallion's making their return, but I've got no idea what that is.
No.
Borderlands.
Do you know what? It's made me want to play the Borderlands games a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we should play that together because it's co-op, isn't it?
I was going to say, it's meant to be a really good co-op game.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you one thing that I'm excited about for it,
Mm-hmm.
and one thing that annoys me about it.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you want to hear first?
Excited first. Let's start on a high and build to a low.
Just like all of our episodes. It's been in development for 10 years.
Has it actually?
So, it's not like a rushed out, let's capitalise on, whatever. This is obviously a passion project. They spent a lot of time and thought over it. And I loved that, especially in the generation of your FIFAs, your Call of Duties, that just spaff out a new version every year. So that makes me really excited to play it.
Mm-hmm. And the disappointing thing.
It's not just this, it just fucks me off when a new console comes out. And I say this as someone who doesn't own one of the 2 new consoles yet, by the way.
Yeah.
I fucking hate when new games come out and they're on both the new console and the old console, because it means that the game was based on, it's limited by the old game's technology. So you'll play it and be like, oh, what if they just made this for the PS5 and Xbox One X or whatever it's called? Do you know what I mean? It could have even been so much better than this.
Yeah.
It's I feel like the GTA did it and Skyrim did it. They came out right at the end on 360.
Yeah, GTA definitely came at the end of the PS3's life.
And it's just I don't know.
Well, we'll see. So yeah, it's due to come out on both the Xbox Series X, Series S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC early in 2022.
This feels like it'll have a Switch port within 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I'd like to hope so. Borderlands made it to Switch. But yeah. Right. So that was my number 3 and your number 4, wasn't it?
Yep, so we're on my number 3 now?
Yes.
I feel like this is going to be like your number 2 or something.
This is going to be just super confusing for when I'm editing. I'm at the point.
It's going to be even more confused for listeners.
I think gone are the swishes this week.
I think instead we have to have a big boom in number 1.
Yeah, for when the number 1 announcement comes.
Well, for all of them.
Not saying number 1 for our number 5.
No. Although, I mean, this feels like more of a shit show than normal. Why not just throw gasoline on the fire?
Yeah. Right,
so,
let's see.
My
number 3.
Number 6 then is Outer Worlds 2.
Okay, I didn't pick this one.
I didn't go with any build-ups I thought you would have done. So as you know, my favourite TV show ever is what, Michael?
Firefly.
And this feels like Firefly. Like the first. Have you played the first one?
I stupidly brought it on the Switch.
Was it awful?
Yeah, so you can't see more than about a meter in front of you. It's just blurry.
Oh wow!
and it takes so long to load. I've enjoyed it, but it's just so difficult. I have heard they're working on it to get better, because stuff like Witcher's ported well.
Yeah,
and people are shocked that Outer Worlds haven't. So I might go back to it and see whether there's been any updates. So this was about a year ago, I'd say, that I attempted this.
Fair enough then. Well, I honestly felt very emotional playing it because I'd not played it straight away, and then I'd got Game Pass and it was on there, and I'd heard good stuff about it, so I downloaded it, but literally I knew nothing.
Yeah, because it was made by the same people who made Fallout New Vegas.
That's right, which a lot of people say is the best Fallout. I've never played that one.
100%.
And I got so emotional playing it within the first hour because I was like, oh my god, this is like literally like playing fucking Firefly. Like, you had your ship, you're the captain, then you started to build your crew, and you could travel to other planets, and you were doing jobs, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. So I absolutely loved it. It's one of the best games I've played in a very, very, very long time, and I'm so excited for number 2, and I think it's probably the best game announcement trailer in the history of the world.
It was hilarious. It was genuinely hilarious. I was laughing throughout it.
But it wasn't just funny. It was just so fucking true. Like, it was it was obviously it's got them loads of good media, but it's now going to, I bet it's pissed so many people off who are like, yeah, we made our trailer to be like that, and we didn't do it ironically, we just thought it looked cool, and now you've made us look like mugs.
Oh yeah, it's basically an honest trailer for a trailer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
For those who haven't watched the trailer, go away and listen to it, but basically it actively makes fun of the voiceover, talks about like various things. It's like talking about the fact that suddenly we'll go into a slow motion shot and lens flares will appear for no reason. We have no details of the game outside of this title and logo. There's not even a vague release of the year. It really is quite funny, and it's a brilliant sort of introduction. All they say is all we have is the title, and it just flashes up Outer Worlds 2. Nothing special. It's just literally saying we've started making this game.
Yeah. Well, with them, I wouldn't even be surprised if they have actually got more than that. It's just they knew that'd be funny because a lot of the game is it's really good. It's pacing of humour of like some things just being stupid as fuck and some things being quite serious. Like they mix it up well. The game.
Okay.
In fact, because I never quite finished it, I might replay it over the summer. That might be one of my summer plans. Is just to replay and complete it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back to the Switch version.
Yeah, I think we should do. Well, I think why don't we then? That can be a summer project. Why don't we meet up once a week to play Borderlands?
Mm-hmm.
And once a week we've got to play Outer Worlds and share our thoughts and feelings.
Okay.
Maybe that can be our first play along that we do over the summer.
For Borderlands.
Yeah, Borderlands and Outer Worlds, and we can
stream it on Twitch.
Yeah, maybe we could try and see if we can do that.
Yeah.
Get our Twitch on.
Yeah. Right. Mike, you ready for the first swish?
I'm ready.
It might not be the first swish, but it's the first swish since we started our list. Here it is.
Move on to number 2.
Right, I just said here it is, and you just literally talked over me swishing.
Start your swish again.
Here's the swish.
So number 2, swish. Is that what you want?
Prick. Right, number 2.
I didn't hear it
because I was going to edit it in, you twats. My number 2 is a game I only have vague recollections of playing, but I really enjoyed it, and I know it was a fantastic game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say mid-2000s, potentially 2004, I think it came out. I'm literally guessing, so if I'm right, I'm actually pretty happy. But a sequel never happened, as with a lot of... I think it was done by Valve, but a lot of these sort of games. And it was a game called Left 4 Dead, and they've done a spiritual sequel, not an actual sequel, called Back 4 Blood. Did you watch the trailer for this? Were you aware of this? Just by your...
Yeah, is it the one that was Evil Dead inspired?
No.
Oh, I thought you'd pick that one. In fact, I thought that was it. What was it called again?
Back 4 Blood. So it stars 4 people. So it's a 4-person cooperative shooter, in which you're attacking these zombie-like creatures, which are called Ridden. So they're basically human hosts. They've got a deadly parasite that's turned them into these evil creatures, and it's just up to you to fight them and save the world. But the whole idea is it's focus.
I don't know how I didn't see this one.
No, I thought it'd be right up your alley.
It is, because I used to love Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, and it's done by the people who did Left 4 Dead,
but different
But-
company.
Yeah, but different company. There's not a huge amount I can say right now. It just looks fun. It looks like a modern day Left 4 Dead. Simple as.
And Left 4 Dead was one of the best couch co-op games at the time going.
Oh, 100%. I've said 100% a lot today. I'm sticking with it.
Bingo.
This game comes out just before Christmas, 10th of December, on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. But yeah, I'm actually quite excited about it, if I ever get around to playing it. It's quite difficult video gaming with a child.
They're
That's why-
selfish like that.
I know, that's why I have to play a lot of Switch games now, because it's just easier.
Yeah.
You can play on the go.
And you can do it like when you're watching TV and stuff, I think.
Exactly.
You can sort of multitask it, can't you?
Yeah. But yeah, Back 4 Blood. Surprised that you didn't... Well, not surprised you didn't see it. Surprised you didn't pick it. But if you didn't
I'm
see it, it
surprised I
makes
didn't
sense.
see it. I am surprised I missed it. I don't know how I missed that. But yeah.
Hmm.
I think it was I watched a really shit-looking game for Evil Dead, whatever that game's called.
See, I didn't
surprised
see
you
this
picked that.
game.
Yeah. Well, I thought that was it. Because I remember you telling me they were rebooting Left 4 Dead. And then I saw
Yeah.
that, and I was like, this looks similar to what I remember Left 4 Dead looking like.
It's not
And then
a
I was like,
Left 4 Dead game, was it?
no, it was like an Evil Ash game.
Because there is a Evil Dead game. Well, yeah, Evil Ash. But there is a Left 4 Dead game that I didn't see when I was looking through. But then that showed the footage.
Interesting.
So yeah, Evil Dead the game.
But yeah, I thought it was shit.
Oh,
And
okay,
then-
fair enough.
But the game you've just mentioned looks quality.
It does. Right, let's see your number 2.
My number 2, I'd forgotten about that by a large amount, but then one of our listeners, I think that it was our first listener to actually post a list. It was after our top 5 games, they put their top 5 game on.
Scott?
Yes, and I think it was one of Scott's honourable mentions, but I could be
Mhm.
wrong. And I was like, oh my god, I fucking loved this game on the GBA. And then now they're remaking it, and that is, or rebooting it, and that is Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp.
I mean, the award for the longest title ever.
Well, I guess so, but they had a whole spanner to put it on, so maybe they had to make it longer.
No, the trailer never played an Advanced Wars game, as we've discussed previously on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer didn't sell it for me, if I'm honest. But I suppose if you're a fan of the game, and you know what it is, and you're a fan of these tactic-type games, then you're going to enjoy it. To me, it looked a bit like Pokemon with tanks.
Yeah, graphically, yeah, I think that's not a bad shout. But I think I like that as well because there was the familiarity of it. But
Okay.
I think for me, what really hooked me was I grew up, well, I played lots of games, but I really at one stage got super fucking hooked into real-time strategy games from like Age of Empires, Command and Conquer, shit like that. And then obviously it was really cool to have a Game Boy and a Game Boy Advance because you could take games on the road, literally. And then, obviously the software wasn't good enough to have a real-time strategy game. But Advanced Wars filled that hole because it was turn-based, so it worked on a Game Boy that had less buttons and less control than a PC, keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
But you still felt you had that strategy game element. And yeah, just absolutely loved it. And I think, like you say, because of Pokemon, with it being turn-based, not just graphically, but the mechanics of fighting just felt familiar. So yeah, loved it. Absolutely
No,
loved
that's
it.
fair. It's just, I think it's, like you say, it's a familiar, like, you grew up with a game, you've got that nostalgia built into it. So,
But what I would say is, from a technical standpoint, from a gameplay standpoint, really fucking good.
you're going to make you get out your Switch again then?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'll be paying full price and not bothered at all.
Well, you saw that there's a big sale on at the moment on Switch, isn't there? So you're waiting for payday.
Yeah, I think I'm going to buy Civ. I think that's one that I looked at.
Yeah.
Talking
No, fair
strategy games.
No, understand why you picked it. Obviously makes sense why it didn't even come onto my radar, really. But yeah, I can see why people are excited about it, because it is a game that a lot of people have a lot of resonance with.
I was surprised they rebooted it because I've not heard that many people in my life talk about the game.
Yeah.
I thought, like, I'm probably the only person in my whole entire friendship group that ever played it.
Oh, fair enough. Well, like I said, I'd never heard of it until you were talking about it.
That's what I mean. I didn't think it was that big.
Yeah. No, good number two. Number two.
Should we move on to our honourable mentions?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's hear how many you got. How many
I've
have you got this
only
week?
got one.
Okay, and let's
I
hear
have
it.
legitimately got one. So one of my favourite games on Nintendo 64 was Mario Party. I used to love playing it, even if it gave me blisters on my hand from. There was a few mini games in which you had to rotate the joystick controller around numerous times, and because it was quite a rock solid controller, the further you wanted to go with this, you'd get proper blisters on the palms of your hand. It was painful, but I used to love playing it, even though I used to play it alone probably a lot.
By the way, can I just talk about how this super sounds like you wanking? Like, I tried not to make a joke about it, but you talk about blisters on your hand. It was super hard. I used to play it alone. Like, this very much feels like this is a story of how you got hand blisters, and you used to tell your parents, "Oh, it's because of Super Mario."
All right, touche, but it is. No, but I used to love the game, and there's Super Mario Party currently on the Switch, but it's not that game great because there's only like 4 boards on it, and people have been saying for years it's like we pay for DLC for more boards, more mini games, like do more for this. Unfortunately, they haven't, but they've announced Mario Party Superstars, which is taking numerous games from the Nintendo 64 versions as well as the mini games and remastering them for the Switch. So it's not going to be motion controls. It's all going to be done, obviously, with the controllers because Nintendo 64 didn't have the motion control. But I just feel like it could have been a DLC. That's why it's my honorable mention.
What I'll say is, you played Mario Party on the 64, did you say?
Yeah.
I never did. I don't know why I never came across it. I never bought it or never went to friends' house about it. But bought it for Switch because I'd heard such good things about it from when it was on the N64.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm incredibly competitive, to the point that it will one day ruin a friendship.
Oh, the way that you win, are you on about?
It's a fucking piece of shit. It's an absolute joke.
You could literally be in last place, but be awarded for stepping on the most red spots, which is a loser's spot.
This is how frustrating it was. I was in 3rd out of 4th, and I still finished 3rd, and I was still pissed off. Like it didn't affect me at all, but I still felt angry that the person in 4th came first, the person in 1st came last, and the person in 2nd and 3rd stayed 2nd and 3rd. I was like, this is just no.
I think I see the bonus stars by Toad as sort of. I don't really count them when I'm playing it.
Yeah.
If I win, I win. So yeah. But I know what you mean. It's definitely got the biggest...
Was that like that on 64 then?
Oh yeah, 100%. I've said 100% a lot today. I feel like that's my catchphrase. 100% my catchphrase.
No, you're trying to get rid of Bingo, and Bingo stayed, unfortunately.
Mike, Bingo.
I want you. Please tell me you saved a clip audio of the OG Bingo, because it was so good.
I'm sure we'll be able to find it. Right, what's your honourable mention?
There's quite a lot to pick from.
Oh, pick them all. Do it, Michael.
No, I did commit to one. It's not the one that I want the most. It's not like normally my honourable mentions like it could have been in the top 5, but just missed out, or I'll do like a dishonourable mention. This is just I don't even know. I just feel like I needed to talk about it, but I knew it wasn't top 5 worthy, and that's Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora.
Oh, mate, you know what? I sort of actually I'm annoyed I forgot that from my list. I did text my friend earlier and say, like, as inspiration, any games that I might not have seen that he sort of had in his head as, like, an interesting game. And he said about Avatar as well.
I just think it looked cool. Like,
no, I agree.
But I also think I'll probably never play it. But I did think it looked cool as fuck.
I'm intrigued. Is it going to be open world? Is it going to be sort of level-based? I think it'll probably be open world. And
that's the thing. I think that game, that world needs that game, if that makes sense, to be open world.
Yeah. But I'm intrigued about the whole sort of proper sort of military against this sort of rustic, rudimentary species. The film wasn't great, in my opinion. I'm intrigued where they're going to go for the sequels. Have they left it too long? The film wasn't great, but actually the world, it has got a lot of interesting stories that could potentially be told.
See, Avatar, it's basically just Pocahontas ripped off. It's not the best acting in the world.
No.
The story's not that great. The world's not that mind-boggling. But I really like the film.
Yeah.
Like, more than I know I should from any technical standpoint. It just really makes me happy. And I'd say I rewatch it probably once a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Me and Shorter will often, like, you're in bed and you can't sleep, you don't know what to put on. Our go-to will normally be, we've not watched Avatar in a while, shall we watch that?
Fair enough. Each to their own.
Yep.
I haven't got that appeal. But I do want to rewatch it because I haven't seen it since it came out, which is 2009, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah. Right, yeah, no, good honourable mention because it's one that I'd forgotten about that I remember seeing to begin with. It was the first trailer I watched, actually. I think that's why it probably ended up being forgotten about.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Do you know what it's time for, Mike?
It's time for number one.
Number one.
In my head, that sounds like bang on, like one of those proper voices they do on. Like,
you know what? I'm pretty impressed by it. I put a little sort of echo on it as well.
It'll sound even better.
Yeah.
Sweet. Do you want me to go through all the numbers now for you, so you've got them all?
No.
Okay. Shit.
Well, I don't think it's going to be possible to edit it because of the way we did it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just going to do what I can this week.
Yeah, but can you not save them as like our swoosh? This is definitely not staying on. This is genuine.
I was going to say, like, no one was to talk about. Like, this is not in the middle of podcast talk, Mike. Let's hear number ones. It's what people have suddenly got excited about, and then we're talking admin.
Let's do it.
Right.
So talking of admin, number one. I feel like I like you a lot less if you don't pick the same one. No, I know, but I'm sure this has got to be surely the same one.
I'd like to think you know me well enough to think that this would be my number one. So if you're thinking that, then potentially.
Okay.
Is it a shooter?
Yep.
Oh, you picked a shooter, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't know me well enough at all, because you know I don't like shooters.
I wouldn't say. I imagine shooting isn't the biggest element of the game, though.
I definitely wouldn't call this even a glimmer of a shooter.
Oh.
My number one is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh, yes. I'm really shocked, though, that this didn't make top 5 my number one, but okay.
Well, I'm intrigued what it is. You know I'm a massive Zelda fan.
Yep.
And I keep on... Every single month, I go, oh, I should play The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild again, because I haven't played it since it came out on the Wii U. Like, I played it on the Wii U, and I want to play it graphically on the Switch, because obviously it's going to be a step up from the Wii U version. But Breath of the Wild was such a good game, and we don't know too much about Breath of the Wild yet, apart from it's coming out in 2022, and the trailer seemed to hint that we're going to be sort of featuring like sort of floating islands that we're going to be exploring as well as a few different sort of abilities that Link can use, because there seems to be one in which he sort of fused with the water and floated up through the landscape. But I'm just super excited about it. Legend is like, there's not really, honestly, not that much that I can talk about it because they haven't announced that much for it. But Breath of the Wild was just such a good game. One of my favorite games of all time. In fact, again, pretty sure it was in my top 5 video games. And I'm just so excited about them continuing the story.
I'd say maybe the best looking game I've ever played. Like, yeah. Pound for pound. Like, it
have you played it then?
Yeah, it didn't have the same like graphical, like, is it called graphic fidelity? It didn't have the same graphical fidelity as like Last of Us 2, which was just, at times just like mind-boggling.
Yeah, but it wasn't trying to go for realism or anything like that, was it?
And you know, not many of the Nintendo sort of first-party games do, but it was the art style was gorgeous. Like it was like looking at it was the grass moving in the wind, and standing on top of something, and just looking out of the vistas.
And like elemental effect, because if you set fire to the grass, it slowly catches, it goes along and stuff like that. Like they thought about everything for that game. Apparently, the creator was just they sat back and like it. Well, I don't know whether I've said this or the creator said that, but either I've said it looked like the creator did this, or the creator said I sort of looked at all these games throughout the years and took all the elements that made them great and turned it into this game, and it shows.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what it was about it, but I gave up pretty quick. Well, did I say pretty quick? No, actually, no, that's a lie. I smashed the starting area. Like, really took my time with it. Really enjoyed myself with it.
Well, you say starting area, but that's one of the interesting things about it, because you can go absolutely anywhere from the beginning.
Can you? I think you need to get your little shooty guy to jump off the starting area, though, don't you?
You potentially need a little, like, but it doesn't hold your hand in the slightest.
No, and that's the strangest thing about the game, is it really fucking doesn't hold your hand.
Because I think I went straight for this area and got absolutely annihilated, and then I decided to go to the castle, and obviously got obliterated. And then I thought, okay, I need to actually think about what do I need to do here.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I got to the second area you should go to, sort of level-wise. Like you say, you've got to figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
And... yeah, I just stopped playing. I think the problem was, again, and I have this a lot with games, I'll smash it for a while, and then I won't do it for 6 weeks whilst I'm working, I won't touch it. and then I come back to it, and it's not just that I've forgotten the storyline, which I have. I've also forgotten how to play, but I've got too far into the game where it's not easy anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that happens to me all the time on Skyrim. I'm still to this day yet to finish Skyrim across 3 different consoles.
Yeah, I am. I've never played it completely either. I've played it on the 360, the Xbox One, the PS4, the PC, and the Switch. About 5 different.
And you're still yet to complete it.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I'm similar though. But yeah, I know what you mean about you not going back. But yeah, I thought Zelda personally, I'd say give it another shot because it honestly was fantastic.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I've got so many games to catch up on. I might just wait for Breath of the Wild 2 and be like an absolute filthy casual. Just pick up from there. And just be like, Mike, tell me what happened in the first one.
That's fair, I can do that. But yeah, Legend of Zelda 2, we don't know too much about it. 2022 is when it's coming out. But yeah. Right, let's see your number 1.
So the game, the game for me that had the most, I was like, I can't fucking believe this is a game. Because I don't remember reading anything about it or anything like that. I remember going to my brother-in-law's house to hang out with his brother years and years and years ago. And they had a 360 and I didn't. I'd not asked for one yet for my Christmas or birthday or whatever. So I was deciding between the Xbox 360 and the PS3. I think, if I remember right, the 360 came out first.
Potentially, I don't know, to be fair.
They'd got one like day one and I didn't know anyone that did. So I went round and they were playing Oblivion and it fucking blew my mind. The game did. And ever since then, I've just fucking loved Bethesda. So my number 1 was always going to be Starfield.
Okay, yeah. The only reason I think I didn't pick it is because, again, don't know too much about it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I don't know too much. They haven't really announced too much about it, have they?
No, I thought, I know it's going to be Michael's number 1, so I'll talk about it sort of thing. I don't know if it's one of them.
But yeah, no, I think it looks interesting. It basically looks like it's going to be Skyrim Fallout in space.
Yeah, exactly that.
It looks like it's going to be the game that potentially Cyberpunk... No, actually, no, because Cyberpunk's just set in the future. No, it looks like it's just Skyrim and Fallout in space.
Yeah, I hope. My real hope is because one of the game creators basically
Todd
said
Howard?
they want. No, it wasn't Todd Howard. That was one of the. Because I think he's just Bethesda generally, isn't he? I think one who's like just on Starfield at the minute. Basically said they wanted to make a Han Solo game.
Okay.
Where you basically playing as Han Solo going around the world, like without the the Jedis and shit like that. And I was like, I fucking love that because again, it just reminds me of Firefly going around and doing like smuggler missions. So I really hope it is like Skyrim in the sense that you've got your ship instead of your horse, and you just go to planet and you're doing side missions and ignoring the main quest and never complete it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say no to that.
So yeah, that's my hope.
You've got a long way to wait though.
I thought it was 2022.
Yeah, well, November.
Yeah, November
11th.
Well,
that was a launch date trailer, wasn't it?
Yeah. I sort of don't mind that though because I'm getting married on in the December. Well,
yeah.
Who knows now? Maybe I won't touch my wedding because I'll be playing this.
Yeah, you'll be hooked in. In the official website, it says, in this next generation role-playing game, set amongst the stars, create any character you want and explore with unparalleled freedom as you embark on an epic journey to answer humanity's greatest question.
I saw a
Where does Tommy Wiseau hail from?
That's what, the greatest question.
Humanity's greatest question. No, yeah.
Where
what
do
you
you
about to say, sorry?
from?
There's so many questions about fucking Tommy Wiseau. It's insane.
I really hope it's a side quest.
He's like the biggest enigma in history. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, Starfield.
Oh yeah, I saw this interview that really cracked me up in the Telegraph. And the guy did it after the reveal of the trailer, interviewed Todd Howard, and said, I've watched it 4 times, so I've probably missed loads. But I just want to sort of pull out some things that I'd noticed and just ask you questions, if it was on purpose or anything like that. And Todd Howard said something along the lines of like, oh yeah, there's loads of little secrets in there and stuff that is more for us. We don't think you'll all get it. He said, yeah, one of the things I noticed was a book, and I researched the book, and it's about a guy who goes traveling on a boat on his own and then just disappears. Is that going to be obviously like the premise for the game then, that you go traveling, get caught in some sort of wormhole or something, and disappear? And he was like, I was like, That's really really good eye there, and yeah, that's some really good ideas that you've just come up with there. But I can't say. He's basically just got the premise. So they obviously thought, oh, we'll do this. This is just a little nod for us. No one will pick up on it.
Hilarious.
That's just really.
They fucked that up, didn't they?
I really hope that is exactly the premise now, and that guy on the Telegraph who's watched the trailer 4 times just pulled it all out from the opening trailer.
Oh yeah, no, I like the idea of that. No, great list and great shout. I'm glad we had a few. There was quite a few crossovers, as we thought there would be, but there was a few different choices there, which I quite liked.
Yeah, definitely.
So if people want to get in touch, what do they do?
They follow us at Mammon Podcast.
Not Mammon.
And they can follow us on all the major social network sites like Facebook, Instagram, Bebo, Twitter, and of course,
you're trying to think of a fake one. You just put take that. I thought you were trying to think of a fake one.
No, I was like, I know I'm forgetting a real one.
Yes, TikTok.
I was like, I really casually put Bebo in there, and really like that I carried on like I didn't, hoping you.
Although I've my TikTok, I need to get back on it. I've not done anything on TikTok in a while.
You not topped your tick in a while.
I've not topped my tick.
You're worried you'll get blisters.
Enough of that. This is a family podcast.
I really hope it is. Yeah, so genuinely though, follow us on there, and please, like I say, in all seriousness, it would genuinely help if you were to leave us a review. And I don't want to put any pressure on 5 stars, any review, because that feedback, genuinely leave us, email us.
We honestly don't mind if it's a 1-star review telling us, guys, what the fuck are you rambling on about?
Yeah, either stop swearing or swear more.
Or just, why do you keep the ending? Just cut out the ending. It's good, and then you end, and it's like, how you don't know how to end a podcast. And truth be told, guys, we don't.
We carry on with this. This has just been going for weeks.
Mate, we've been doing this for 24 episodes now, and we still don't know how to end the podcast well. Mate, to get into this, I just said, so what do people do if they want to follow us?
Yeah, I feel like we've got pretty professional starts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty happy with that. And then, it's always a car crash at the end. But I don't know, we've talked about fixing it, and we have genuine thought. In fact, we even wrote it down once how we'd end it, if you remember. We'd have a whole rigid structure.
Yeah. So it was going to talk about, so what did you learn from today's episode? I didn't learn that much, Mike, if I'm honest.
I learned that you used to get blisters on your hand playing Mario.
Yeah.
Alone in your room.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that Left 4 Dead 2 did have a trailer, its new spin-off game.
Yeah, it's not Left 4 Dead 2 though. It is a spiritual sequel. It's like the ukulele to Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say it's like a ukulele to guitar, and I was like, how the fuck does that work? Do you even know if that's true?
And you were so confused you'd forgotten that I'd actually finished the sentence.
Yeah, well then I realised, then into Banjo-Kazooie, I was like, what? And then I remembered they did do a spiritual successor, didn't they?
Yeah. Something I've learned is I need more than one drink to get through this.
Yeah, I only had 1 beer in the fridge, and 2's normally the right amount.
Yeah. I finished mine, I'd say about number 4. And it's like, could have done with another drink here.
Yeah.
I'm out of Pepsi or Coke, so
I might buy a mini fridge for my office just for recording.
Do it.
Although I find that really loud. I'd like to... Does anyone have a quiet one? Do they exist?
That's me. I don't know why I was shushed then.
What were you shushing the mini fridge that I don't yet have?
I think I was in my head, yeah. Oh dear.
Oh my god, and my mic would definitely pick up the mini fridge's humming, wouldn't it? That'd be so annoying.
Oh yeah. Scrap that idea.
Yeah.
No. Just have a alarm that you press that sort of nudges Shauna every now and again to remind her to go get you a beer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to mention that to her because she'll kill me if I even just say that. She'll get your own fucking beer. And that is how she sounds.
Wow, she listens to this podcast.
That's not how she sounds. She has a beautiful voice that's not nasally at all.
What are we doing next week? You came up with next week's idea.
Oh, we do that for next week?
Yeah, well, it's our 25th episode.
Yeah.
So
we're going a little bit zany.
Yeah, a bit off the cuff, if you will.
And we're doing top 5 podcast ideas for a Mammon spin-off.
I was going to say, top 5 podcast spin-off ideas. Something a bit different. We're just basically going to brainstorm some podcast ideas.
I think maybe this will be an episode where you'll learn more about us, though, because I imagine some of them are going to be like passion projects that we know probably wouldn't work. We want to talk about and why we'd want to do them. So you're probably going to learn more about us and our interests, probably.
And some of them will be Mike trying to convince himself that he's going to set up a Pornhub account.
Or OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're making good money now.
Yeah. Right, should we leave it here for this week?
Yep. I will see you in a couple of seconds because we're going to record a mini episode now.
Yep. I don't know what I was going to say. We are so bad at ending. It's ridiculous.
I want to know, like, is there any way in the analytics to see how many people stay on right to the end?
Yes.
Do a poll as well. I want to know
a surprising amount of people.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Right. Thanks for listening, everyone, honestly. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week, everyone.
Bye.
And stop recording.